There we go. That's a good way to get this show started. And good evening and welcome to the 15th edition of the Alabama Primetime Live Show, where I'm subbing in for Manny Wilson because it's yours truly, Jackson Johnson, and my partner in crime, Coach Smook Hines.
What's going on, man? Good to see you, brother.
It's good to see you too, Coach. I'm glad to see you. And let me tell you something. We're in for a wild ride because we'll be discussing quite a lot of news, including some Alabama legends being a part of the 2026 Hall of Fame ballot, recruiting updates, and much, much more. How you doing today, good buddy?
Yes, sir. I'm doing good, man. Just excited to be here. You know, this is my first time on the Voice of College Football Prime Time, and with the Alabama channel, I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
Oh, man. It's going to be a lot of fun, and, you know, we've got a lot of stuff coming your way, all right here on Alabama, the Voice of College Football. We'll be telling you more about it, like, before the show ends tonight, and a little bit on the Thursday College Show, where we take your calls all right here on Alabama, the Voice of College Football. We got some comments rolling in, and we got roll tide from Jordan Wright. How you doing tonight, Jordan? And Zachary Will just giving out a roll tide.
Yes, sir. Roll tide.
There we go. Good evening, Zachary. How you doing tonight? Well, before we get this show started rocking and rolling, we're going to tell you a little bit about the YouTube memberships of the Voice of College Football for the Alabama channel. For $2.99 a month, we've got the Crimson Faithful part for $2.99 a month. You can get a loyalty badge next to your name in the comments and in the live chat. You get custom emojis to use in the live chat and in the comments section. And you get a member shout out for every time you comment on each of the shows. And for $4.99 a month, you can get access to a monthly hangout with yours truly, Jackson Johnson, and Coach Burtz from Crimson Tide Live, Jeffrey Don't Only Talk Sports, Manny Wilson, and Coach Smook as well. And you get a priority reply to comments as well. And for $9.99 a month, you can become a Bear Bryant legend, and you can connect on social media with each of us. You can give out content requests of any kind, neither rain nor sleet nor snow nor bad weather of any kind. Well, I won't put anybody through that. Don't worry. But I'm not gonna let the heat stop me, and I'll make sure of that. You'll never see the heat put a stop to me, or tornado warnings put a stop to fulfilling your content request. All right here on Alabama, the Voice College Football. So stay tuned, stick around. You won't want to miss it. And of course, we got the Voice of College Football website for you, all right here, where we've got the lineup. We got the writing team all lined up. Voice College Football staff. You got Alec Keyser from Indiana at the Voice College Football. John D'Anima from Michigan at the Voice College Football. Leanne Herring from On the Move. Ole Miss Live. Wednesdays at Ole Miss at the Voice College Football. And from Kentucky Wildcats Wire and the Rebel Walk. I got to tell you, she's one of the hardest working women in America.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. And you got Ben from Exploring with Ben and Sam and on Oregon at the Voice College Football. You got Blake Lane, who is debuting Auburn Primetime Live tonight, 7 p.m. Central Time. Bo Underwood, who's been featured on Back to School Week on the Paul Feinbaum Show, where the weekends are full of surprises, has been hosting Georgia Bulldogs Live with Matt Green. And I can tell you right now, they make a dynamic duo. Cam Underwood on Miami Hurricanes Live with Mark Rogers and Friends Wednesday nights. Ethan Inman. Now, I'm not too crazy about... Oh, where'd you go? Oh, there we go. There you are.
I got to make a change real quick.
All right. But even though I don't really like TMZ, right? I'm not too crazy about it. But I'll make an exception for Ethan Inman. Know why? Because he's got great insights on USC at the Voice College Football on the USC Primetime Live show with our guy, Matt Zemek, Garrison Gaddy, who is working hard on Ohio State Primetime Live Monday nights. And tonight, he's live on the Buckeye Brigade. And you got him on the Buckeyes call-in show Thursday nights where he takes your calls, giving your takes. And you got Mark Rogers, you got Levi Stevenson, Matthew Miller, Myron McRae on North Carolina Live, Ruby Dreyer Finley from College Game Day behind the scenes. Shane Statmeyer, don't worry, he's coming back. West Virginia Live's coming back. We're getting that co-host for you. No worries. Tiger Paul Craven and Jordan Bowman on Clemson Tigers Live Wednesday nights. 8 p.m. Central Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Chad and Tierney Smith. Who needs Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift when you got Chad and Tierney Smith on Sooners Live? All right there. Well, the Sooners Smith Live, but Josh Mahler is doing Sooners Live Tuesday nights. And you got the team channels, each of them, all right there. Now, if your favorite team is not there, don't you worry. We're going to add your favorite team. That we can promise you, because we're going to have hosts for each of them. And you got the forum discussion list, the Power 4 conferences, the Power 4 teams. We'll be adding some Group of 5 teams, that's for sure. But you're going to love every bit of it all right here on the Voice of College Football website. And you got the news articles. Alec Keyser giving his take on the college athletics entering a new era. Rich Rod in his second go around, Travis Hunter versus Bryce Young, and so much more. We've got it all right here on the Voice College Football website.
Yes, sir.
There we go. We've got it all cranking up.
And people were so excited. Were wondering why I was so excited to. I guess we can make the official announcement now, right?
We could do that.
I mean, what more fitting than to take the opportunity now, man? I think this is something that we both sides have been looking for a while now, and I'm glad that I'm just honored to be the one to take the position and join the team over here at the Voice of College Football here on the Alabama channel, man. So we're going to be collabing Coach Smoot, Jackson Johnson. We got Manny still going to be running with the team, and we got a lot of things. Is Brady coming back for one last show?
Brady apparently he's not. His work schedule messed around with him.
Yeah, man. We were hoping to do like a left seat, right seat type of thing, and just trying to follow him up, man, and studying how you guys move. I can't wait to collab and continue to see this thing evolve, man. So I'm excited to be here. So Bama Nation, man. Bama Nation, I'm telling you, be prepared for this channel to really grow. If you're not already subscribed, you need to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like this video, but also take a moment and think about becoming a member of this channel. I mean, if you all have followed my content, there'll be a lot of integration and a lot of ideas that will be integrated over here. So definitely take advantage of it. And we're coming in and we're ready to step on some necks. We're ready to really move and showcase what this presentation has already been able to showcase, but to really step out and do what we come to do. And that's provide you with the best coverage and content surrounding your Alabama sports.
There we go. Tell your friends, your family, and the cashiers at Publix about the magic that Coach Smook is bringing all of you on the Alabama Primetime Live show Tuesday nights, all right here on Alabama The Voice of College Football and on the Coach Smook channel.
Yes, sir. Coach Smook Network at Coach Smook on YouTube. Y'all check it out.
There we go. Oh, man, I mixed it up for a moment. But
no, you good, man. You good, man. And that's the thing. I just, even that, man, just the visions, they align with each other. So I can't wait, man. Shout out to Mark Rogers, Chris Sadler, and TJ and the whole team, man. Everybody that I've been able to meet and I can't wait to continue to meet the rest of the networks and their representatives, man. I can't wait. It's going to be a journey, and I'm excited to start it.
Oh man, you're in for a fun ride.
I
I am.
already know, brother. I already know.
There we go, man. Well, and of course, there's the link tree down below. So be sure to give Coach Smoke a follow on everything down below.
I think I need to let my seat down a second. There we go. Okay, now we comfortable. Now we comfortable.
There we go.
Now we're there. Now we're sitting somewhere.
There we go. We're cooking with gas.
Yes, sir.
And of course, we finally have our Hall of Fame ballot for 2026 all set up. And Colin Gay is wondering from the Tuscaloosa News, wondering who are the nominees for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Well, we got our first Heisman Trophy winner in school history, Mark Ingram. We got D'Amico Ryans.
That's huge right there. D'Amico Ryans, that's huge right there.
Oh man, it's like I love seeing the magic that D'Amico Ryans brought in the 2000s. Back in the day when I was a little bitty boy, like watching him, like, oh my God, he was huge. And I hope the Texans don't treat him like crap as a coach, but that's another topic for another day.
You're right. I mean, and he was kind of started that athletic defensive end linebacker look, at Alabama. He kind of started making. He was part of the evolution of that position. So I mean, and then had a solid NFL career, but definitely his collegiate career is what he was remembered for. And I think he what was it 05 or 06 when he won the Cotton Bowl MVP.
That was the 2005-2006 season. Yes.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, man. I mean, about time that Mark Ingram, Mr. Heisman, man. That was a year.
Oh man,
that was a year.
It was a shame we didn't beat Auburn, but or LSU that year in 05. But on the bright side, we had a humongous season in 05. Like,
oh yeah,
that was huge, and the way we won a tight one against Texas Tech. That was huge.
Yeah, that was a crazy game.
Yeah.
Two contrasting styles just clashing.
Oh man, I just kind of go, oh yuck at Dennis Franchione. You don't sound too fond of him either, Coach.
I told my community, I told the AAA family, I said, I'm gonna be good when we go to the Voice of College Football. I'm gonna be very good. I'm gonna bring the fire, but I'm gonna be so good. I'm gonna be on my best behavior because I really see this thing going somewhere, man. And I'm telling you, man, it's gonna get good as we dive into these conversations because, like you said, Jackson, Coach Spook has an opinion.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was like the Franchione era. Like, it was so funny just looking back at it. He goes to Alabama and he decides he's going to up and leave for A&M. But then Oklahoma destroys A&M 77-0 in 03. Talk about karma.
And then he turns around. Where did he end up at after A&M? What it was, Texas State?
Yeah, he went there for a second time.
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy. Like,
craziest thing was they fired him. Like, they basically forced him to resign, even though he got them their second straight win against Texas.
That's some stuff when you win in the rivalry. Like, sometimes that's all that matters. But you're that bad. We don't want you at all. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Sounded like karma. But yeah, like looking back at like Mark Ingram, I keep really thinking about this because like he made magic in 09 because it was like that 09 season. It was all about Tim Tebow, all about Sam Bradford and Colt McCoy. But then by the tail end of that season, well, who's going to win it, Scoob? Who's going to win it? Is it going to be Mark Ingram? Is it going to be Toby Gerhart? Or is it going to be Ndamukong Suh? Then we see Ingram becoming the first Heisman winner. I mean, like, you would not think you would think we've had Heisman winners before '09, right?
Right.
But that was huge in of itself. Like we had our first Heisman winner, and that Heisman speech, that was a beautiful speech that night.
I don't remember the speech verbatim, but I do remember the fact that during that time, that era, the running back position was so valuable. You know, you would have some teams that would really have guys, 800 plus yards. You had 3 or 4 guys with 800 plus yards a season. It was nothing to have 3 or 4 backs in the backfield with 120 plus carries. Back in that era. So to be coming out of the transition, or to do that in the transition or evolution of the game at the level he did it at in the SEC, where then you saw nothing but NFL first round draft talent coming from the SEC. So, and just like Mary J just said in the chat, the energy behind it, the attitude, during that season, you could tell back then, right as Saban was reigniting or resurrecting the Alabama standard, right? Those players were very appreciative, and they didn't really squander opportunities. And I feel like that's what's happening now on campus. Now you see these young men, they understand how fortunate they are in the position they're in, and that's why you see them investing into their bodies, their development, surrounding themselves with the right things, really buying into professional development in this new day and age. So Mark Ingram was a part of an era where it was one of those things where you look back and you say, what plays, and you can name plays. You talk about the big run against Texas to start the national championship game off. I mean, who was running through Texas defense like that? Nobody. No. And he comes in and just makes them all look like children, in the second half of that Texas game. So, and even I think the first big game I want to say when I got hyped about it was it 2008 Georgia? He was like RB2 in that rotation.
Oh yeah, Glenn Coffey, the starter.
And I remember Mark Ingram just getting maybe 7 or 8 carries in that game, out of like the 10 or 12 that he got, I believe, where he just was. You knew he was going to be him at that point. In as a true freshman. So it was just an exciting career to watch, for those years that he was, part of that, establishing the dynasty that Saban was able to carry throughout the time his tenure there.
And a greetings to you too, Deborah Rothschild. We are glad to see you today. Thank you for coming on in on the 15th edition of Alabama Primetime Live.
Yes, sir.
There we go. Yeah, and it's nice to see all these guys get into the Hall of Fame. Well, in the Hall of Fame ballot, nothing's final yet, but so I can't wait to see what the 2026 class is looking like. But Eric Bieniemy's in the Hall of Fame. There we go. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a new member of Alabama at the Voice College Football YouTube, and it's Zachary Wilges.
Let's go, Zach. What's good? AAA representing already. And you know what? If I could, Jason, Jackson, I just want to, my community, man, they are so solid, man. When I told them that I was going to do this, they were worried that I would be jumping back into a situation, but I told them that I trusted this organization, man, and they have truly bought into trying to help this community to grow. So if you all see a surge of just people coming in, the AAA family is going to show up and show out, man. And we're here to support the growth of the voice of college football. And that's, even past the time where however long this stint is, this relationship lasts on this level, we're going to support this network. I like what this network, the structure and the presentation, everything just aligns with the vision. So y'all got family here. Y'all got family here with the AAA family.
Oh, wait. Thank you very much, Coach. And thank you, Zach, for becoming a YouTube member of Alabama with Voice College Football. We appreciate it very much. Man, that is so awesome. And yeah, so I'm looking at like this Hall of Fame class, like Eric Bieniemy's in the class. He's part of that 1990 national championship for Colorado. Des Bryant's on there. Ooh, Matt Kavanaugh. Randall Cobb. Like, you got,
Mm.
you got any favorite memories on Randall Cobb?
Randall Cobb played at Georgia, right?
Kentucky.
Why do I want to put Randall Cobb? Oh, because he had his big game against Georgia. That's the
Yeah.
memory. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. They can never beat Georgia, but Randall Cobb used to give them fits. That's why I like Randall Cobb coming into the league, though. Just for what he did against Georgia during his career, and it was only 2 years. He only beat Georgia up for 2 years, but yeah, that was a good career. I didn't really watch him in college. I'm not going, but I do remember watching Georgia. I like to watch Georgia struggle, and I think he
Well,
had to play quarterback 1 year too, in like the second half of one game for for Kentucky against Georgia. So
ooh. Well, I will say it was fun seeing Kentucky get that win over Georgia in 2009. Like, I didn't think anything about it when I was 12 years old, but now it's like, holy Toledo, that's the last time Kentucky's beaten Georgia in all college football. Like, we didn't even have a TikTok back then or an
dang,
Instagram.
dang. When was that? 2009, you said?
2009, November 21st on ESPN2, I believe.
Dang, man. Okay, 2009. I graduated May of 2008. So 2009. Okay, I was in Fort Gordon, Georgia. I was a E3 in the Army.
Oh,
Just
wow.
graduating basic training. September, I was in AIT in Fort Gordon, Georgia. Probably around that day, probably headed to a bar I wasn't old enough to be at, using my military ID, my
Oh,
my veteran benefits.
oh, there you go.
Yeah, man, good times, good times. But yeah, man, it's exciting 2026 ballot here. Um, I'm curious, man. I've never, and see, that's why I'm glad I'm on the channel too. I get to expanding its topics and things that I probably don't tend to think of, or bring spark my interest. Now I'm on a team where kind of get that horizon gets broadened, and I get to look at things from different angles and perspectives now. Get into different conversations. So I'm excited, man. I'm gonna keep saying that this whole show. I'm probably gonna say that about 1,000 times, Chad. So don't laugh at me too hard, man.
I
You know.
won't. It's like the dirt farmer told Marshall Dillon on Gunsmoke. We take care of our own.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So we got RG3. He's in the 2026 Hall of Fame, which I think it should have been sooner, but okay. And let's see. So we got Dion Grant, Tennessee from 1999. Helped the Vols get to a natty for the 1998 season. Marvin Harrison. Oh, wow. Yeah. Syracuse, Percy Harvin at Florida.
Wait, Marvin Harrison, like the receiver, Marvin Harrison.
Yeah. Uh huh. Oh, yeah.
Are we talking about the Marvin Harrison that played for the?
The Colts. Mm-hmm.
You talking about the Marvin Harrison that's in prison right now?
Not. Wait,
Is it?
wait.
Is it? I think he is.
Oh, the current Marvin Harrison? Like the. Oh, man.
Hey, fact, I think he is, man. I think he is. I was just watching a documentary on some case or something. I thought
Um,
I thought it was oh well, that's crazy. He on the
um,
ballot. That'd be cool if he get in, because he definitely went crazy at Syracuse.
there you go.
He went crazy at Syracuse.
Garrison.
Crazy.
Ooh, Garrison Hurst. There's our friend Mark Ingram, Deshaun Jackson, Sebastian Janikowski.
Percy Harvin's on that list.
Yup.
Josh Heupel.
Oh yeah. He kind of looks like Bobby Hill. I mean, it's like I Ryan Leaf, Marshawn Lynch,
Chat. Oh, Cam Newton. Okay.
and Kellen Moore, the winningest quarterback in all of college football. Ken Norton, Antoine Randall L.
So how
Ron,
many get in per ballot?
oh, it's not that many. I can tell you that. So
Let me
I,
see.
I would I would say it's about like at least 6, 7 that get in the Hall of Fame. But let's see. Oh, get out of there, Dennis Franchione. Ralph Fregin. Oh man, that was so wrong what was done to him at Maryland. Gary Patterson, Chris Peterson, Senator Tuberville, who will probably be governor.
Yeah,
Vincent Brown, Bruce Colley, John Dorsey, Chuck Downey, Tom Earhart, John Fitzgerald. Wow, got a lot of these guys. Nice. Ooh, holy Toledo. That's a lot of guys. I will say, Coach, it'll be interesting to see who gets in the 2026 Hall of Fame. But
yeah. You see some headliners in there though. There's some real life headliners that, more so our generation probably are more familiar with. And if you're a historian, you see some guys there like Gary Patterson being in on there, and then also Bama fans we're very familiar with Tommy Tuberville during his time at Auburn and that stint that stretch they had against us. That the dark years, the dark ages, yeah. But even Eric Waddle, the defensive back out of Utah, guys that we're kind of familiar with from the early 2000s. Peter Ward, that's a name that's surprising he's not already in. And then Manti Te'o. It's funny to see that name even mentioned in anything. So it's some headliners there that we can kind of just be looking forward to seeing if they get on this ballot or not. So good stuff there.
For sure. I mean, like Tuberville realized he couldn't get it done at Texas Tech or Cincy, so he's just thinking to himself, "Oh, well, I'm going to go into politics now. This will be a cinch."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh man!
Look, now Saban's Coach Saban's about to be in some form of politics too. He can't get away from him.
I know, right? It's
just
like,
can't get away from him, man.
Look, nope, I'm not doing the NIL commission. Oh, maybe I am. Maybe I'm not.
You are.
Oh man! But before we get to our next topic, Coach, I got to ask you, what's a good Father's Day gift?
Good Father's Day gift. I can't speak for everybody, but for me, a good Father's Day gift is just a day of peace and quiet. Like for real, like a day of nothing. Just nothing. Now, if I had to put something tangible to a good gift, for me, it's going to be a watch, maybe something useful. Not something that it's going to be something useful. A watch, a tool, maybe a drill or a lawnmower. Something useful for Father's Day. But peace and quiet. That's like the perfect gift. I think any dad would be like, especially like I miss being in a full household and everything, but it's days where I do get to sit back and being here by myself and just being like, so yeah, peace and quiet.
There you go, man. As for me, I think I've got my Father's Day gift figured out, but I wonder what this doppelganger of Mark Rogers has to say for Father's Day.
You can make a difference here at the Voice of College Football. Use the Amazon link. Financially contribute to the Voice of College Football without spending a penny. Same shopping experience. It's easy. Go to any video on any channel. Go to the description section and grab the link right next to the capital letters that say Amazon. Use that link and Amazon will instantaneously convert to your account, settings, history, everything intact, just like whatever link you use right now. No difference. Pay no attention to the product that you see right there. Just go search what you want. Don't forget the Amazon link. Thank you for your support. Sincerely, the Voice of College Football.
There you go.
There we go.
Thank you. There you go. You shop on Amazon using the link to support the Voice of College Football. You don't need to buy the product displayed. It doesn't cost you a penny, and you get the same shopping experience. And here's the link down below that I'm going to put in the chat. And I can tell you right now, If you still, some of you don't know what to get on Father's Day, 4th of July, or your mom's birthday, for example, this Amazon link will help you. You're bound to be shopping on there at least 2-3 times a day, but I think this can help you.
I sure can.
Yeah, that's what we kind of do. We kind of break that fourth wall here and there. But we got some news.
Mm-hmm.
Some recruiting news. A 4-star QB named Matt Ponatoski has put the Alabama Crimson Tide in his top 4. And here he has Arkansas, Kentucky, and Oregon. Now the Crimson Tide's expected to host him for an official visit in the month of June. Now, we don't have a commitment from a 2026 QB, but we're looking to add a signal caller. And get out of there, ads. We don't like you. Don't do that to coach.
So if you all haven't noticed, or if you all haven't been reported, he's actually set to visit this weekend on the 6th. And I told everybody in this class that we would definitely go and target at least 2 quarterbacks in this class and possibly 2 developmental pieces that understand their developmental curve and what they can develop into as they sit behind Keelan Russell for foreseeably maybe the next 2 seasons, right? And we're looking at the development of this gentleman here. He's not going to wow you with speed or anything like that. He's not going to have the measurables, that's going to wow you. But he kind of fits the same build and the same type of frame that you get out of Keelan Russell. And what else does he do on a high level? Vertical passing. He layers his balls very well in the vertical passing scheme. Now, coming from Cincinnati, Ohio, he's playing in the same type of competition ball level that you see Justin Hill, current Alabama defensive end, true freshman, early enrollee, outside linebacker, defensive end, what you want to call him, edge rusher. You see him and the type of skill set that he's bringing. And he's playing at a level to where he's in the rotation as a true freshman at the University of Alabama. So this young man is not foreign to competition. He's going to see quality level of talent at that level that he's playing in, but the vertical passing scheme is something that's attractive to him. And you see the ball there. He layers his ball very well. The timing is there. Not the strongest arm. Not going to wow you with the way he spins it. I like that one, though. That one was on the rope there. That was a confident throw. Go back to that throw for me there. Look at how confident it was. He didn't care what. He saw something in that drop back, and he knew he had what he wanted, and that timing was there. And he fired in there, and he rips it when he's able to step into that throw. It's a great ball. Not going to wow you with anything, but definitely a consistent guy, developmental project, one that you could see development to like a dynamic game manager, not necessarily a game manager, but a dynamic guy that can operate your offense at a high rate.
Ooh. It's always fun watching him. Like, I'm hoping we can get him like that. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, and this is a young man. He might grow another inch, end up being in that 6'2", 6'3" range. But stocky, strong build, 6'1", 195 right now. You get to Alabama, you're going to put on 10, 15 pounds of muscle with that strength and conditioning and nutrition program there. But a smart kid. Like I said, he's not going to be able to outrun any defenses when he gets an open field, but smart and decisive. Manipulates the pocket very well. Like I said, the vertical passes is what is attractive about this prospect. But there's another quarterback in this class too, man. I don't know if they talked about it recently here, but the young man, what's his name? We have him coming on campus, I think not Saturday, but the 20th, that weekend of the 20th, I believe.
Huh.
I gotta find it. I don't think he's confirmed yet. But we're trying to get him for the Big Bama weekend for that visit when the big names are going to be there. Some of your bigger names are going to be there the weekend of June 20th. But yeah, that's my take on Patowski. I think Panatowski, I'm sorry. I think he's one of those prospects that understands he's going to come into a situation where they're looking for him to develop and be ready. Once the transition happens, if this project works with Keelan Russell, which I got pretty high hopes and I'm pretty reassured that it will.
Are you talking about Jet Tamala from Iowa State? Because I'm thinking, I'm wondering if that's the guy you're talking about.
I think he either was announcing or there was some buzz announcing that we were going to get an actual visit announcement from him, because he's starting his campaign off at Iowa State. His recruiting visit campaign. I think there was something saying that we were supposed to be in line. No official announcement yet on the date, but I would expect for a prospect like him, another 4-star, possibly going to end up being a 5-star in this class, in Jet Tamala, but a developmental prospect. Depending on what he sees, this scheme, another vertical passing threat. Both in this recruiting class, I truly believe that the Stafford's going to go until a guy they're going to go after a guy that his strong point is the vertical pass, right? And then develop everything else in within the philosophy, within the system, based off the skill sets available. So, if that is him, Jet Tamala, I'm going to have to check again, but it sounds like him, because whoever it was, they were already verbally committed and they already have a destination, or their visits already set, and Alabama's targeting them to come on the 20th.
Yeah, I'm hoping we can get him out. Like, that would be cool to get him from Iowa State. Just be like, no.
Pull up my chart, man, because the websites have some guys on there that I don't really think should be mentioned when it comes to the interest level, and that's one thing I'm trying to get with a team of people, to set up a database to where we can post prospects based off of interest level, realistic interest level, and give our gauge on probability of this prospect leaning towards Alabama. What's the ballpark? Not just cool, warm, or hot, but like, what's the realistic percentage or level of interest in, give it a little spin, give people a little bit more insight.
Alabama Big Homie 334 says it's Jet Tamala.
So it is?
Yep.
Okay.
We're gonna go ahead and pull up some highlights of him right now.
And I think he will come on the weekend of the 20th, man. That's going to be an attractive weekend for any prospect. If you're getting on that list, you're going to be here that weekend with all of the current Bama commits. Most of them will be here. Kamari and the Gainesville trio are here this weekend. Xavier Griffin and those guys,
Ooh.
They actually are here this week. So
there we go. Man, that. Ooh.
Now Tamala is an improviser, not fast by any means, but a strong runner. You see right there, he's kind of unorthodox in his mechanics, but it works for him at that level. That's what I'm saying. The vertical passing game is his strong suit. You clean up some mechanics. You see the timing is there. You see the ball. Didn't overthrow him. Had a few steps on the DB, lays him in stride, and it's his strong suit, man. That's what you're going to see on this film. A lot of vertical passing.
Ooh, there we go. Oh, he's running. Ooh, he's running like a rabbit. Ooh, there he is.
I think he's going to be like a 4.6 guy. Laser speed, but in-game speed. It's all about instinct. You got a different type of adrenaline rush. And my thing is, I look at the level of competition he's playing against. He's seeing some kind of like some spy roll coverages and having to dissect maybe one or two reads. And he's confident in his throws. He's confident in what he's seeing.
Oh, there you go.
Like I said, improvise. He can improvise. Not going to be one of those guys that get out the pocket and you're going to be scared of him outside the pocket. It's just how he manipulates the space in the pocket, how he manipulates, steps up, creates time, creates a little space. Vertical passes. He's confident on all of them. In breaking, out breaking, anything 14 plus, he's confident on them.
Oh, he's improvising.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm saying. He's not fast by any means. If anything, if I was to compare him to a former collegiate quarterback, he reminds me a lot of Joe Burrow.
Ooh.
You get what I'm saying? Like Joe Burrow, he beat Bama up with his legs. Believe it or not, 2020 or 2019, I believe that was.
Yep. 2019.
It was like 6 or 7 runs in that game where his legs just kept them in the game.
Ooh. That's huge. You get a young man that's compared to Joe Burrow, that's a huge win right there.
And like Alabama big homie saying in the chat, look at the comp he's playing. I say just look at it. Look at the coverages. Look at some of the dropbacks and things that's happening and the timing. My thing is look at the comp that's playing with him. Look at the assets he has available, and he's making these guys look like D1 prospects in his passing game. And I guarantee you, he may have one on that roster that's 6'1". The rest of those guys aren't necessarily going to pass the eye test when you're talking about D1 prospects.
Oh,
Improvise.
man.
Look, this is what I'm saying right here. You get what I'm saying? He's not going to show the rest of that play because he's not going to break for 60, but he's going to improvise. He's going to give you a chance.
There you go.
You get what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. You adapt, you overcome, you improvise.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Love seeing some improvisation. Man, that is. I hope we get him. Like I want us to get Jet.
And I don't know what the selling point would be for the quarterback in the 26 class. It would have to be maybe an underrated guy that's really just going to dive into the understanding of system. And there are a lot of smart guys, quarterbacks in this class. A lot of 3-star guys. Samaj Bills is one that's kind of floating under the radar. Just his recruiting is kind of interesting. He's more of the athletic type of quarterback that we see. Ryan Grubb and Kalen DeBoer and Nick Sheridan, this staff, they kind of develop and see his skill set develop and become elite. So I wouldn't be surprised if we start catching interest from him late in June and then earn an official visit from him during the season. So just a few names that are out there that probably aren't getting the buzz right now because of how early it is in the recruiting season. Going to be interested to see how everything unfolds as we continue to see guys get added to lists, taken off lists, and all of that stuff.
Oof. Man, oh man, it is going to be so fun watching these guys come to Tuscaloosa. But we've got another one. He is a 6'3" wide receiver who can run a 4.4 40-yard dash. He is Owen Cabell. Ooh. He's got offers from Indiana, Vanderbilt, and others. Right now, he's got a 3-star rating from multiple recruiting sites as a 2026 prospect. And he finished the 2024 season with 973 receiving yards, 1,204 all-purpose, and 14 total touchdowns. And wow, yeah, he's good. I wonder what he can bring for as soon as the ad gets out. We're gonna get that ad out the way.
But, so looking at just his skill set alone, Jackson, you got to look at what Alabama is starting to target in the wide receiver room. You have Derek Meadows, a big body receiver that's committed, right? You have Isaiah Horton on that roster. Jalen Hill fits the mold, maybe not 6'3", but plays 6'3", 6'4". Isaiah Horton, we know is 6'4", 6'5". 6'3", 6'4". And you got Derek Meadows, 6'5". You got Sedarian Morgan, who I have strong scoop level that he's going to be committed to Bama. And then you go and you get another bigger body that can play in multiple positions on the field in a 6'3" frame. Owen is one of those wide receivers. You don't have necessarily you don't have Cole Adams' speed, but you have Cole Adams' skill set in the route running. Gets off the ball well, strong in catching, strong hands, and can stretch the field. He can stretch the field. You get what I'm saying? And he's not elusive. Like right there, he just broke that tackle. That's a strong runner. That's not an elusive run. And then he gets out, that 4.4 speed shows up. So I look at the skill set, man. Alabama targeting, Kalen DeBoer and Jamarcus Shepard's staff, they're targeting, they have a type, right? They have a type. You see a lot of these slot plays. He's working out of the slot. 2026 prospect coming in. Cole Adams is eligible for the draft after this season, and then if he decides to come back, you got a developmental prospect with similar skill sets that you start to develop in that same type of role. In Owen, I think that's where he comes to Alabama in a similar type of role as Cole Adams, or even I would even compare it to possibly having a role like we saw from Kobe Prentice, a possession type receiver. You're going to put him in every time it's third and line the game. We saw Kobe Prentice active last season. And I know he's in the portal, and we kind of saw Rico Scott step up in that position. So that type of player, that type of style. And then you got to think you're trying to find a guy to possibly match with Sadarian Morgan for the future of your wide receiver room. And then you might sneak around and get a Booby Feaster commitment in this class too. So
that'd be a win there. We can add Booby Feaster along with this guy. That'd be a win,
man. Booby, Sadarian, and this guy. I don't think we get Booby and Sadarian together. Just being honest, it would be a long shot. The wide receiver room is still going to be crowded even after this year. So it's just about taking advantage of the opportunity, man. And I think a lot of these prospects are waiting to see what this offense really looks like this season. These offensive targets that we're going after, the wide receivers, running backs, the tackles, tight ends. The guards are solid. They know what they mean to this pin and pull type of system. So it's not hard to pitch the interior offensive lineman, but your running backs, it's kind of hard to convince them, hey, we're going to balance this thing out. We run the ball, It's not a quarterback run system.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, see, strong run right there.
But this is my house now. Oh, he's blocking. Oof. I don't think
man.
Oof. I don't think he wants to be messing with him again.
Look, downfield blocking. Physicality. Oof. And see, you understand, he understands that he has to showcase value in other assets than being a receiver. By the way, he just set his film up. And you see that with the guys that we're getting. These aren't just guys on the field that's just smart. They're smart in how they present themselves. Kalen DeBoer, Courtney Morgan, this staff, they have, look at how he stretches that. Oh, my God. If his quarterback had a little bit of an arm, go back to that. Look how he closes that gap. He didn't even give a good jab step there. He just climbed up in his cushion. So he did, man. He closed that cushion so fast. I like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. I like his stride. Oh my Jesus! Go back, Jackson. Go back. Jackson, go back. Oh Lord Jesus.
Oh,
jeez.
Oh man, he's like,
oh my God, that was beautiful.
Oh man, let's watch that one more time.
That's old school there. Oh my God. Oh my God.
He's like, where'd he go? Where'd he go?
Oh my God.
Oh man.
Okay, Mr. Owen. Okay.
Oh, there you go. One foot.
Okay, Mr. Owen. We see you. The voice of College Book. Hey, speak up, Mr. Owen. We heard you. We hear you, Mr. Owen, over here. Yeah, that he would definitely be a great addition. And you said this is a 3-star?
Mm-hmm.
He's our Lacier Brooks for this class. You hear what I'm saying? The type of value that he would bring to the roster, underrated, clearly. Solid route runner. He's got quality hands, got the speed. He would be the Lacier Brooks for this class. And I'm not saying skill set or anything like that. I'm just saying the value that he would bring if we were to get his commitment.
Oof. That would be huge. Like,
Oh yeah,
loving what this young man brings to the table.
right, 100%, man.
Oh man, it's like imagine him being on the Crimson Tide lineup. Like we're going up against somebody like say, oh man, like that. There's someone in the ACC like we're going up against like a Missouri or somebody like that, or we're going up against Tennessee or Auburn. It'll feel like a college football equivalent of baseball buds,
Yeah,
where like all those guys are just doing the little conga line, hitting the home runs.
thanks, man.
There you go.
Another name that'll be coming here in the next 2 weeks, man. A lot of people have been kind of quiet on him. 4-star Caden Prothro. I just did a show the other day about how I felt like Texas was kind of in the lead for that one, and I feel like maybe Georgia would slide in there, but he's coming this weekend. He's already set his visit for this weekend. Um, if he, Griffin, Matthews, and who was the other one from that area up there? I forget the other one. And they're all. If we can get like some type of pipeline connection interest going there, these guys are not opposed. And I used to put it out last season. There's a super chat text, right? There's a super team group text that these prospects are starting to build. Like when they start leaning towards different schools, right? They start getting these group texts, and I'm telling you, man, once those things start happening, these kids start seeing the future, and this staff is. I don't know the word verbatim, but opportunity is a great word to be able to pitch and showcase when you're recruiting. You can look at Kalen DeBoer, Ryan Grubb's first year. Everywhere they've been, you've seen freshmen scattered throughout their production in that first year of them in their time in their tutelage. I mean, their tenure as a coach. Yeah, Prothro, he's him, and there's no question about it. I remember when he first came on the radar 2 seasons ago. Myself and Brody Smoot, we were talking about this young man. He was probably like 6'2", 6'3" at the time, and I said his frame, he looks like he'd be a 6'6", 6'8" guy. And the fact that you still see him with this type of explosiveness at 6'6", 6'5" right now, 6'6", I think he's 6'6" right now. That's a specimen to kind of deal with. Look, I mean, just look at the size difference. Look at that DB. You got a 6'6" wide receiver running quick screen, tunnel screens, yards after catch, physicality. Everything is there.
Boom. Oh, no, you're down.
Jump ball.
That's
Gotta
my
be right.
homework.
Gotta be right. Well, not really. He was scared of it. He was looking for it to come. He's a dog, man. I just couldn't imagine trying to. I don't know the pitch there. I don't know how you pitch to him that you got Derek Meadows in front of him, right? You're going to have possibly Sadarian Morgan in that room. Caleb's going to be a valuable target that I think we're going to push. Owen. I call that man Caleb. Owen Cabell. There's going to be a guy that we push. I think you're going to see the initiative for his skill set. I don't know, man. I don't see Alabama really pushing for more than 3 wide receivers in this 26 class. Now, the 27 class, I think we see a quartet of guys really be targeted, and they're going to have an initiative to get 4 wide receivers in that 27 class. But this 26 class, 2 or 3 guys will suffice with how much production you plan to have returning after this season.
Oh man, it's pretty cool watching Prothro, and I can't help but wonder anybody else that we need to be on the lookout for, because there's a few people that you said that came to mind. Huh.
I mean, I'm glad we got Xavier Griffin coming early in his visit season, and then he's here with his teammate Jamarian Matthews. Kamari Brooks will be here this weekend. The edge rusher out of Bogart, Georgia. They'll be here this weekend. Corey Barber, hometown kid in Hoover, Alabama, out of Spain Park. Got to see him play live last year. He's committed to Ole Miss right now, but I got to see him play against Russell County High School last year in the playoffs. And he's a guy to deal with at the wide receiver position. We talk about Panatowski, and I'm Kamarion Johnson out of Muscle Shoals, Birmingham area. That young man is so underrated, and I can't wait for him to, continue to get the exposure that he deserves. He'll be here this weekend. And you look at his frame, his size, he's going to be a bandit type guy for Alabama, 6'3", 260 already. Think at his playing weight, Alabama's going to be, 6'3 and a half, 6'4", 280, kind of like a Keon Keeley type of build.
I remember Kamarion Johnson. We did a video on a breaking news update on Alabama with the Voice College Football when he committed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that is so cool.
I remember, and what's crazy is I think I still have the picture. So, spring of 24 when he came for the unofficial season. He came on A-Day, I believe, and that's when I met him in person. I was out bowling that night with some of my community at the time, when I was just doing content on my page, and we, took pictures and hung out. I'm really tight with the family, and he's solid in his commitment, and they're not shy about letting people know who they would like to join the Bama squad and who they don't think is a good fit. They really possessive about their class right now. Him and Xavier Crowell, and people don't believe me, but I think we're in good position for linebacker Nick Abrams too. Like I really do. I know a lot of people think it's Michigan or Oregon. I think Nick Abrams likes the feel he gets at Alabama.
There we go.
The smoke scoop, man. Y'all sneak and see. You think you slick, Jackson. I love recruiting. You trying to get me to spill all the beans. I ain't gonna give it to him though.
There you go. That's what we love. Keep everybody wanting for more. That's the best part.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh man, it's like I mean, if anything, I think I could learn a thing or two from Coach Smoot, and I'm already learning a lot.
Listen, man, I'm just a willing vessel, man. I'm always willing to learn, always willing to grow.
There you go. I mean, because I remember when I was 10 years old, I thought for some reason adults stop learning, but it's no, you don't. You never stop learning, because if you don't, then it's a boring life.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. And before we go, Coach, what have we got going on this week? Here we go.
Oh, you saying what we got going on over there on the Coach Smoot Network?
Oh yeah.
First of all, I just want to thank Voice of College Football family for once again the opportunity. I'm so happy to be a part of the team, man. Haven't been in a panel setting consistently for about a year. I've done some collabs over the past year, just trying to really hone in on what my direction was going to be in this industry, and to be, not necessarily sought out. I'm not going to act like they came begging me to join, but to see that other people see the value in what we're doing and the vision that we have. It means a lot to me. So this channel is going to get my maximum effort, but also, man, I'm telling you, this is going to grow. So Bama Nation, if you're tapping in, I don't care where you're watching from. If you're tapping in live, if you're tapping in post live, take a moment, like this video, share it. Let everybody know Voice of College Football Alabama is going to be the place to be, for your Alabama football coverage, especially for this 2025 season. And 2026 is going to be even bigger. You guys just don't understand. 2026 is going to be even bigger. The vision that Mark Rogers and the team has for this channel and this whole network is huge. It's something that I could have never prayed to be a part of, and it happened. So I'm grateful. So I really appreciate that, Jackson. So, but other than that, man, at Coach Smoot on all the platforms, at weekly right now for the month of June. We have our morning shows Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. They start between 7:30 and 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. We kick them off, use the first 5 to 10 minutes to let everybody get settled. And then we just attack the topics, the talk of the day, We also have our call-in show on Monday nights over on the Coach Smoot Network at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. We kick that off. That's usually an hour and a half show. Call in, open talk right now. We're bringing some topics here. We'll be having Jackson come over, help out on that show sometimes.
Yeah.
Tapping in as a guest caller, getting his voice on the line, and then just continue to spread the word about Voice of College Football Alabama channel using that time. Then Wednesdays, we have Community Day, where we just come in. You don't know what type of content is going to pop on the screen. We usually do it from one of our other channels. You find out about those channels on that side. And Friday, you all heard about the morning show. Thursdays is recruiting now, the month of June. Thursday night is for recruiting. And then Thursday night, we'll be here also for the call-in show. Then Fridays, we got morning call-in show and evening call-in show, where it's just Bama fans, all fans, college football fans call in, and we just go at it. We try to have the conversations that nobody wants to have. And that's what we do at the Coach Smoot Network. We're trying to provide the maximum amount of content covering everything Alabama for our Alabama nation. And then we're stretching out to help the high school kids get their exposure and get their opportunities at the next level. So I love the Voice of College Football for this platform and what they're doing, covering the game of college football, man. I'm excited.
Well, we are excited to have you here at the Voice College Football, Coach, because, I mean, it is amazing, working with you and hearing your takes, not only on the world of college football, but on recruiting as a whole. And what I love the most, authenticity above all.
You know it, man. Every time. And people laughed when we first brought that out, but now you have people trying to mimic it. Literally, I see communities coming up with mantras now. And it's good to affect the industry in that way, to be a trailblazer. I'm going to own it, man. We're going to own it over here on Voice of College Football, too. We're about to change the landscape of how Alabama reporting is done, and it's going to be attractive. It's going to be something that is they're going to have a theme, looking for their next. I ain't gonna talk about it like that, but you know what I'm talking about, Jackson. And that's what we're going to bring. So if you're excited about that, Voice of College Football family over here on this Voice of College Football side, definitely continue to tune in, like, share, subscribe, turn on the bell, join the memberships, support, spread the word. Coach Smoot has joined the roster, so it's about to get dangerous.
There you go. That's right. So tell your friends, family, and the cashiers at Publix about the match that Coach Smoot has coming up on Alabama Primetime Live Tuesday nights. All right here and on the Coach Smoot Network. Let's help him get the 5,000 subs. And, of course, he and I will be coming back to you Thursday night on the 35th edition of the Alabama College Show, 6:30 p.m. Central Time, where we take your calls. Coach Smoot will be subbing in for Jeffrey because Jeffrey's on vacation, but no worries. It will be so much fun with all of you. Coach Smoot and I are having fun, and we know you're going to have fun as well. And, of course, you can check me out on Jackson Johnson 979 on YouTube, where I am 328 subs away from that magic number 1,000.
Let's go, Jackson. Let's get them there, chat.
Oh, man. I thank you, Coach. Well, I've got a couple of episodes coming down the pike. So tomorrow I'll be filming episode 72 of the Jacksonian with Gabriel Pickup, our guy for Rutgers at the Voice College Football. We will be talking a lot about, well, I'm not going to say they too mean about James Dolan right now.
Uh-oh.
I don't have anything nice to say about him. He's a complete moron. Oops, I said. I don't really like him for the way he fired Tom Thibodeau, but I digress. We'll be going over our take on the Knicks candidates. Are there too many firings in the NBA? Who's going to win the NBA Finals, according to Gabriel Pickup at NBA News and Rumors? He's got some magic all over there. People say Shams is the go-to on ESPN. I say Gabriel Pickup is for NBA News and Rumors. And he makes magic Monday nights on Rutgers at the Voice College Football. We'll be filming that episode, and we got episode 73 of the Jacksonian filming next Wednesday as well, where I'll be discussing with Matt Zimick from the Voice of College Football, USC Primetime Live, and Trojans Wire. And, of course, if you want to hear what we've got planned on Alabama with the Voice College Football and on the Jackson, give me a follow on Jackson Johnson 543-908 on Instagram and Threads, and on Jacksonville CFB on @/Twitter. But if you don't like @ or Instagram, there's Jackson Johnson 97 Blue Sky Social, where my friend Mike Debate says where the skies are blue. And you can also check out my once a week calls on the Paul Feinbaum Show, where the weekends are full of surprises. And of course, you can check out Alabama Crimson Tide Live and Alabama Primetime Live on Apple Podcast and Spotify, Amazon, and iHeartRadio. Please leave a rating and a review. You're going to love it. And with that being said, like, comment, subscribe, click on the notification bell so you never miss another video or another episode whatsoever. And we will see you soon. And roll tide.
Roll Tide, man. Y'all have a great one.
Good night, everybody.
Sir.